The title of this podcast is The Starfish. Most recently, I met someone who is just incredibly committed to inspiring collective well-being and goodness and kindness in every space that she enters. And she's doing a magnificent job in her profession with young people, as well as with all her friend relationships. And that includes strangers, people that she's never met. She certainly had that effect on me. And we met and we just riffed about well-being and being committed to it. And it made me think, and I thought out loud when I was talking to her, is like how incredibly rewarding this work is to just work on yourself. And doing so by extension, people around you are often lifted up or inspired. And she talked about some of her colleagues at work oftentimes being discouraged because the task of helping young people seems incredibly daunting, but she never loses that enthusiasm and that passion for doing the work, which is much like what I experienced. Like in all the years that I've been with ToBeRe and now I'm at Mayo Clinic, I always feel energized, always feel, ready to go and to just be a contribution to the space that I enter. And so we talked about the difference that they can make. And she said, "Have you heard about the Starfish Story?" And I said, "No, it doesn't ring a bell." And then she read it to me. And I was like, "This is amazing." And while I never heard the story, it seems at least over the last 20 years, I've been living it. And I'm sure you are, or I hope you are, in your life with your family and friends and also in your community. So here's the story. For those who've heard it, enjoy it again, please. The Starfish Story. A man walked along the beach. Ahead, he saw a boy dashing back and forth in the sand. He smiled, thinking the boy was enjoying a game on a fine morning, so he hurried to catch him. As he got closer, he saw the boy picking something out of the sand and gently tossing it into the sea. As he got close to the boy, the man called out, "Hey, what are you doing?" The boy paused and throwing looked up and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The sun is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back in, they will die. But don't you realize that there are miles and miles of beach and starfish all along it? You can't possibly make a difference." After listening politely, the boy reached down, picked up another starfish, gently tossed it into the sea and said, "It made a difference to that one." After reading that, what comes to mind is that all the people in my life with a kind heart must have helped many people before me. And when they got to me, fortunately, they were not fatigued or tired or burned out so much they didn't help me, but instead they gave me a hand. And with that, they made a difference to my life. So to every single person who greets me with kindness, who lifts me up, who supports me, I just want to say to you, thank you for making a difference for me.